Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video we want to buy a Corvette only using one stock. In this case we want to buy the C8 Corvette, which is currently the most expensive and latest Corvette produced by Chevy. We're gonna go ahead and look on classic.com to see how much these are going for, see how much we need to make from this one stock, and then we're gonna take a look at that one stock and I'll explain why I believe we'll be able to afford a Corvette just trading this stock. Now in this video we are probably not going to account for maintenance and insurance because we're assuming that this is not my only investment, and I'm also going to be invested in other stocks which I will make videos on later on. So I'm interested in purchasing the Stingray C8 Corvette, the base model. I was able to drive one on the Homestead Miami Speedway about a month ago, and that was great. It was an amazing experience. I've always loved these cars, and actually being able to drive it really motivates me to now get my own. So let's go ahead and click on this, of course, because it's a pretty common exotic car. There are many sales to go off of. Classic.com shows us the lowest sales, and it'll show you the exact listing as well as the highest sales. So of course we are only interested in a base model Corvette, and as we can see there are many again many sales that are below $100,000. So I went and looked on Auto Trader and I found this C8 Corvette base model for about $62,000. Which of course is extremely cheap for a C8 Corvette. It's the cheapest one I could find just right off of Google's first page, but I'm assuming that we're going to be paying around $62,000 to maybe $65,000 for this Corvette, which it is a 2020, so it's the first year they made it, and it does have a decent amount of miles for it, 36,000, which is a lot for a car like this, so it does make sense that the price is this low. It's also an automatic transmission, but all C8s are automatic, so it's not like it not being a manual is making it cheaper in this case. So, I do like this blue. I'd probably keep it blue for a couple of years, but then I'd like to upgrade it to a Golf livery, inspired by the Golf livery 4 GT. With that being said, let's close this tab. Let's close the Classic.com tab because we already found our listing here, and let's go ahead and check out the stock. So as you guys probably have already seen, it's going to be Paramount, which is down about 50% on the year to $11.84. So as you can tell, I do not have a lot of shares in this yet. I kind of just have started buying them, and I'm up 4%, but that doesn't mean anything because I don't really have a lot of money in this at the moment. Also, if you guys are wondering why my account has no buying power, with 9.83 on a $6,000 account, that is just because I'm currently in swing trades with that money, but as soon as I exit those next week, I'll have cash to invest. I also have an E-Trade account and a Webull account, as well as a $50,000 funded account with Apex Trader Funding, so this isn't my only account to invest with. So let's take a look at Paramount on the 5-year. We're going to block this out of our minds where it went all the way up to $100 in 2021, because that is kind of like a freak burst where we cannot expect that to happen, and of course it did fall immediately after that run. So we're going to block that out of our mind. We're going to look at times when Paramount was doing well, which is about like $40. This would be an average high throughout the last 5 years. And of course, if we go to an even higher time frame, it's actually down a lot, but we're not going to look at that. We're just going to look at the last 5 years, because anything longer than that is pretty irrelevant in this case. So why do I think it's going to go up a lot? Well, we can see that Paramount has had a pretty rough last couple of quarters, reporting EPS where they are barely profitable. However, they are expected to turn things around in the next few, and especially in this next earnings that's coming up, significantly do better, and then slowly do better with Q4 of 2025, not expecting to do too well, But of course, as EPS grows, if we look at this on a larger time frame, we can really expect to see Paramount go back and kind of to where it was performing before, bringing the stock price back up. So we're expecting a 100% move with this EPS, right? Because we can see in their earnings that EPS is expected to go up to being pretty profitable instead of break even. We're expecting about 100% gain on shares, which is going to be back up here to about $24, 23, 24, anything like that. Maybe even more. If it gets all the way up there, the stock could definitely go up from that, because that of course means that they're doing much better as a company. And if you guys didn't hear already, Paramount just struck a huge deal in Europe to expand. I know Europe is very general. I don't know exactly the countries. I just saw the headline. The title was in Europe to start streaming many more sports events, many more things all over. They're also streaming a lot of soccer now, a lot more soccer. And so I know personally many people who have just signed up to Paramount subscriptions. Sorry if you guys are hearing any beeping, but we're going to continue the video anyway real quick. So we're going to invest, let's close this tab, we want to invest about $30,000 into Paramount if we're expecting a 100% gain to then have $60,000 to buy the C8 Corvette. So, do I have a $30,000 position at the moment in Paramount? Absolutely not. But in the next, 1 or 2 years, could I make this a $30,000 position? Absolutely, maybe even more. And if the company shows signs, like very promising signs of a big turnaround to the point where it could make a push back up to, $40, then I could absolutely have a $30,000 position and make even more money. So at that point, I could buy a 2020 Corvette, C8 Corvette. So that's how we're going to do it. We're going to then spend another maybe $3,000 to $5,000 on a custom Golf livery wrap. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I will be doing many more of these videos. I know I keep saying many. I'll be doing more of these videos where I go over extremely undervalued stocks. So make sure you guys subscribe. We already did one where we could buy a Lamborghini Murcielago. So I'm going to link that video at the end of this one. But thank you guys very much for watching and have a great rest of your day.